Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Another viral video of violence captured in the CNMI.
Also tonight, with low tourism numbers, hotels are struggling to stay afloat.
And legislators question the accuracy of numbers for the 2026 budget.
In sports, kick, dribble, pass. The girls are back from Singapore.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Your search for unbeatable internet speeds is over. Visit Docomo Pacific today and sign up for as low as $60 a month so you can experience our fast, reliable internet speeds for yourself. Docomo Pacific, better together.
This is a bag, but for Steve, this bag gives him food cred. Because now everyone knows that when they have that craving, or they're just looking for the perfect deal, well, they just need to follow Steve.
Follow him all the way to the new McTerry Deluxe at McDonald's. It's an all-beef patty smothered with teriyaki sauce topped with lettuce and tomato on a sesame seed bun. For a limited time, price and participation may vary.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on October 22nd from our studio on Capitol Hill.
A viral video shows a man beating a woman on a Chalan Kanoa street, holding what appears to be a dangerous weapon. Today, in Judge Joseph Camacho's courtroom, Charleston Aiken, 45 years old, is brought into court for his bail hearing. On the afternoon of September the 23rd, police were dispatched to Chalan Kanoa in response to a report that a shirtless man was beating up a female by the side of the road. When approached by police, the man fled the scene only to be found barricaded onto the roof of a one-story building, shouting profanities at the officers. 2 hours later, he jumped from the roof. DPS called medics who arrived and strapped the kicking and spitting plaintiff to a stretcher. The witness videographer told the police that Aiken, an MMA fighter known by the moniker The Predator, beat the woman continuously over a period of time and when confronted, threatened the witness. Aiken is charged with domestic violence, disturbing the peace, and assault and battery. Bail is set at $10,000. The defendant is remanded into custody with preliminary hearings scheduled for October the 27th.
The local hotel industry says last month's numbers are the lowest in decades aside from the height of the pandemic, and a big part of the problem is too many empty seats going to Guam. The Hotel Association of the Northern Mariana Islands, or HANMI, reports grim numbers for September 2025. Among its 11 member hotels, the average occupancy rate fell to just 15%, down sharply from 43% last year, a number which was already bad. That's only 9,200 of nearly 65,000 available room nights sold this September, compared to about 27,000 a year ago. Hotels are also charging less. The average room rate dropped to $114, the lowest September rate in 12 years, down from $131 in 2024. Hanmi Chairman Dennis So says it's a perfect storm, from currency exchange issues to airline disruptions and regional tensions. One major factor, the Korean Air and Asiana Airlines merger. As part of the merger, regulators required the airlines to maintain 2019 seat capacity to Guam, even though demand hasn't recovered to those levels. That means there are too many seats and not enough passengers, so airlines have slashed prices between Korea and Guam, with round-trip fares under $200 and in some cases, children flying free. So says that's creating an uneven playing field for the Marianas, because Saipan and Guam are often viewed as similar destinations by Korean travelers. The cheap Guam fares make Saipan far less competitive. As a result, airlines can't profitably operate flights to Saipan, and some have reduced or suspended service altogether. There's a bit of good news. Flights from Hong Kong resumed on September 21st following the relaunch of the EVS TAP program. Meanwhile, the Marianas Visitors Authority is trying to reposition the islands, highlighting local culture and heritage to attract new markets and help the tourism industry recover. With room rates, visitor numbers, and flight options all down, the Marianas' tourism sector is hoping that rebranding efforts and regional cooperation can help reverse the trends in the months ahead.
Today in our House, standing committees sit face-to-face with Finance to discuss the 2026 budget. Just last week, the executive branch of the CNMI, represented by Governor David Apatang and Finance Secretary Tracy Narita, presented two budget scenarios for the fiscal year 2026. One included a budget-enhancing loan from the Marianas Public Land Trust, not yet approved, and the other did not. These budget options were forwarded to the House and Senate for legislative approval. Prior to Friday's House of Representatives full body session, today the House Committee on Ways and Means, along with the Senate Standing Committee on Fiscal Affairs, face Finance Secretary Tracy Narita and her team to discuss upcoming fiscal year budgets. Communications between the executive and legislative bodies have apparently not been as fluid as would be desired. Senators and congressmen alike expressed confusion with time constraints caused by fluctuating executive budgets, and to say the least, the people are frustrated. Marissa Flores.
As you're now talking about how all of this money is being recorded, we really don't have any information as to the accurate numbers that the Secretary of Finance and its department receives, because you have consolidated accounts that you need now to separate. I mean, it's like a bank account, you know? When you write a check, you don't just say all others to Happy Market. There's a receipt and you separate it. That's how the taxes are received. So it really boggles my mind as to why we don't have the accurate numbers, because you guys are consolidating stuff. So please understand the frustration that I'm receiving from the executive branch employees who may now face being furloughed or removed.
Finance claims that they will accede to as many specific legislative requests as they can, but due to newly transferred accounting programs, not all requests can be responded to expediently. The full House meets on Friday.
With the tourism industry in an uphill battle since the CNMI reopened its doors after COVID, community members both from private and public sectors are on a mission to find other solutions to develop the Marianas. 12 members make up the Governor's Economic Council, formerly known as the Commonwealth Economic Incentive Authority. Lieutenant Governor Dennis Mendiola is one of the chairmen to bridge the gap between the council and the governor. He shares that the council is divided into 4 committees.
We're focused on tourism, we're focused on workforce and labor issues, we're focused on diversification of economy. Those are kind of the main committees that we want to focus on, so that we can try and figure out how to bring revenue into the CNMI.
On Monday, the Diversification Committee met. So what does diversification of the CNMI mean?
There's been an interest for a manufacturing plant to build here in the CNMI and bring a manufacturing plant that focuses on electric vehicles. So when we talk about diversification, that specifically is one of those diversification, and that's the interest that we want to try and shift towards, and ensure the people that there's a different form of economy versus just tourism.
Mendiola says one of the recent pushes for the council is to streamline and funnel business investors through the Commonwealth Economic Development Authority, backed by Public Law 22-1.
Can you imagine an investment opportunity or an investor, right? Or a business individual that is interested in doing business in the CNMI, going all over the CNMI, trying to figure out where is, for example, these permitting agencies, right? One of the things that this venture will allow us to do is make sure that the business opportunity is guided towards all these requirements, through regulations and policies.
The Lieutenant Governor shares that this viable solution to open doors for more business opportunity is in its final stages before implementation.
The intent of this council is really to just try and be as productive as possible and start attacking these low-hanging fruits, right? Like, just initiatives that we can influence change today versus waiting. We don't have time to wait. So again, the goal is, like, for example, the governor is already working on these one-stop permitting shop, right? That's been talked about for some time, but he's launching that in the next week or two. Right now, it's just tightening up some of the screws, right, and making sure that all the language and the narrative is correct.
Coming up, 1 tree, 2 trees, trees, plumeria tree, flame tree. It's Arbor Month in the CNMI.
And the kids are empowered through a fun run filled with color. More news next.
Trust between service provider and customer is important because it forms the foundation for a long-term positive relationship. Trust influences everything from customer satisfaction to loyalty to community relationships.
Customers provide feedback on the services they receive from us, and their experience is our success.
I recommend Docomo Pacific to a lot of people, especially through game. If you're like me, who live basically around the internet, they really, Docomo does really care for those who are their customers.
Honestly, from where I work at, I'm a customer service, and customer service is big for me, and they meet our expectations.
One of the positives of being a Docomo customer is the service. For us as a restaurant, we focus a lot on customer service, and it's nice to see, Docomo doing the same thing.
It's clear that they've been working to deliver more value for local businesses like ours. When their internet works consistently, it fades into the background, and that's how it should be.
I'm just so tired of you. You're not here. Oh, I'm just so fed up with you already. Why can't you just be, a good father and all of that and just help me out? And I don't even know what to say anymore because I'm tired. Look at you.
In our village, everyone knows everyone. But when my mom is home, she turns into a different person.
You think you're better than me? You're just like everyone else. Nothing. Say something.
I don't know why mommy yells like that. Daddy always stays quiet, but it makes me scared.
Hey, so how's everything at home? I noticed you were looking a little sad in class today.
The teacher asked if I was okay. I didn't know what to say, but I told her everything.
Thank you for coming in and seeing us, Luan. I want to give you some pamphlets and some help. As you can see, this is, how to get away from your domestic wife.
People listened. They didn't judge us. They helped Daddy and me find a safe place. Now, there's no more yelling. Daddy makes me happy and safe. We laughed together. My dad and I were scared, but now we are not, because in our community, we take care of each other.
If you see something, say something. Families impacted by domestic violence need your voice. Call for help. Together, we can break the cycle and build our families. To make a report, Call the Division of Youth Services Child Protective Services 24-hour on-call number for Saipan at 670-285-2780 or 2781. For Tinian at 670-287-3268. For Rhoda at 670-287-2553. For emergencies, please call 911. Tell a teacher, counselor, or trusted adult. We are here for you.
At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometimes, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
You know, it's Arbor Month, it's Youth Empowerment Month, it's also, Domestic and Sexual Violence Awareness Month, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, it's, I think, something with fire. So many things this month.
Yeah.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style.
Welcome back. You're watching the Wednesday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
For some good news, kupu in Hawaiian means to grow or to sprout. Beach Road is the new home to native trees that will grow and sprout for years to come. Anania Kemp is program coordinator for kupu in Guam.
Kupu Hawaii is an organization out in Hawaii for furthering conservation efforts, granting opportunities to early professionals and who want to maybe pursue conservation as a career.
Anania and her kupu team, note the green nails, along with the Department of Land and Natural Resources and CNMI Forestry, are planting saplings along Beach Road. Dave Combs from CNMI Forestry.
You know, the people of the CNMI have been wanting to bring back their trees. It's been a program that I know MENA and PCRP and CNMI Forestry have been talking about. And finally, the road here is done. We got permission to plant it. We talked to Public Works, and they told us how far away to plant from everything. And so we got the go-ahead. It's Arbor Month, and we've got all these wonderful kupu members that are available to help us out. So on the truck, we've got white plumeria, which is our state flower. We've got the flame tree, which is our state tree. And then for places where we don't want to block signs or there's telephone wires, we've got what we call the mini flame tree. You see a lot of those being planted nowadays. Orange, red, yellow, white. So this whole area isn't going to look so barren anymore.
So this is kind of like a service project for them. AmeriCorps is based off of doing service, right? So service to our communities in all these different aspects. So in this way, it's our conservation and environmental efforts for this. So with DLNR here in the CNMI with the forestry team, they are planting trees along Beach Road, not only for beautification, but conservation and sustainability of keeping these native trees growing and thriving in our islands. I think it's always necessary to have these trees, definitely. It's important to our culture, for one, because some of them are native trees. And so to keep that alive is to keep the culture alive, and then to have them and maintain them to show that kind of respect to the environment and to nature in general is always a good thing. So yes, very important.
Yay, more trees. From white to array of colors, the youth of the CNMI crossed the finish line with support from the community at large. The CNMI Office of Youth Affairs hosted a 5K color walk, roll, and fun run this past weekend. The route was from Fishing Base to the World War II tank at Quartermaster and back. Youth Affairs Representative Monisa Blas.
So what we wanted to do this month, because October is Youth Empowerment Month, we wanted to do something that's really for the youth, for the youth of our community, and really ensure that our event, this community event specifically, caters to those on the spectrum. So it's not just a walk, it's a youth walk, roll, and run event.
Blas says white t-shirts were distributed to the first 200 registered youth members to highlight the kids.
Within each station, there will be color powders, along with something that we've created is called Wellness Oasis for individuals to allow them to stop, take a break, take photos, because we want to ensure that especially those individuals with disabilities and on the spectrum feel like they feel empowered to finish the route.
At one of the wellness stations, motorcycle group Young Guns Marianas volunteered to give out water and spray purple-colored powder on participants. Last month, Young Guns took part in the Adopt a Place program. Biker PJ Godwin.
It's a way for us to give back to the community, to show that just because we're bikers don't mean that we're out there doing other things like what people see in movies and whatnot. So our bike club is built around community and family.
6-year-old runner Aya Mostales is back from completing the route.
Hi! How was the run?
It was good.
What was your favorite part about the run?
I like the pink.
Which one?
I like pink.
You like the color pink?
Yeah.
All right. She was so cute.
Pink. What does it mean to live a life of learning? Does that mean book learning, travel learning? Can it also be learning from the experience of others? One way to learn from the experience of others is by greeting friends and strangers. Welcome to Saipan.
If you watch the KSPN news in the evening, you usually welcome everybody that's coming into the CNMI or leaving the CNMI.
If you are nursing the thought of traveling for educational opportunities, Esther is returning home from the States where she attended an Asian Pacific Islander Association summit.
Basically, the API program just gathered all of the scholars to, connect and do a little activity.
She is living a life of perpetual scholarship.
I'm studying nursing in NMC.
Okay. And, how has that been?
Pretty good.
The long air flight taught her about perseverance.
I actually like it, but the flight is super long. It's 14 hours. So physically, I'm a little bit tired.
Any takeaways from the conference?
The conference? I met a lot of people. They're it's interesting.
Did you learn anything from being away from home?
I'm really excited to come back. I miss my island.
Steven Sergio is returning home from Indiana, where he's been living, working, and learning for 4 years now.
Yeah, I work for a car manufacturing company under Toyota. Yeah.
And how has it been for you so far?
So far, it's been really good pay, lots of benefits, really good atmosphere company. So yeah, everything's been good.
You live, and yes, you learn.
Over here in Saipan, it's more, like laid back, more friendly people, stuff like that. I mean, the U.S. is still like friendly, but it's more like a bigger world out there. So yeah, it's kind of like a couple things to, adapt to. But it's all good though. One thing I missed about Saipan, like the beaches, the ocean vibes, island vibes in general. Yeah, that's what I really miss the most. Because in Indiana, it's like more of like a countryside kind of thing, and I kind of grew up like island life. So yeah, that's what I missed. That's why I come back here time to time.
Brian De Leon Guerrero and Troy Santos, back from Guam, have been wrestling with the practice of jiu-jitsu, sharing it with students and competitors alike.
I believe we were there for the Marianas Open 2025. We do this every year for our gym Saipan submissions. Came back with about 23 of our competitors. 13 more than last year, and with all our families and friends as well, our supporters.
And sorry, for those who are not familiar, what is the Marianas Open?
The Marianas Open is an international jiu-jitsu championship that it's hosted in Guam annually. This most recent one was the biggest event that they had. Last year's event was really huge, but this one topped it off. And it was a really great experience, especially bringing the kids out there to see what it's really like on what jiu-jitsu is like on the international stage.
Competitors gathered from Taiwan, Japan, Korea, Philippines, USA, and Brazil.
And from the competition, is there any like key takeaways that you guys took from it, or any like lessons that you guys learned?
I'll let you answer this. Besides from a jiu-jitsu level, it's a good opportunity for something for Saipan and the youth, kids, even adults alike to compete, to step out of their comfort zone. I myself as well did that as well. So not only seeing them put all their hard work on the mats, training every day, for maybe months, years, sometimes weeks. Everyone just putting their heart out on there on the stage, and putting in their hard work and showing everyone what they're about, and just pretty much putting everything that they learned to use. And it was a good trip for both an athlete and families alike. So.
Life consists of a series of lessons learned. When we travel, we learn what is new and what is challenging. But when we return home, we also learn to appreciate the beauty of what we already have. Welcome back. Welcome home. Welcome to Saipan.
Coming up in sports, the NMI girls go up against some tough fancy footwork and are back with more fire. Stay tuned.
Premium office space is available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Features include dedicated parking, fast internet, backup power, good water, and natural light throughout to go along with the very best views on Saipan. So don't settle for space when you can get peace and peace of mind. Call Hermosa Vista today at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
The king is back like prodigal. I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
Buenas sports fans.
Marianas sports fans! Fierce competition on the pitch abroad. Our girls are back in town. The benefits of NMI football extends out not just by international opportunities, but age groups in local turfs as well. The NMI U17 Women's National Football Team is back from the AFC U17 Women's Asian Cup 2026 qualifiers in Singapore. 18 players arrive through the double doors of Saipan International Airport and are greeted with leis from parents, grandparents, the NMI Football Association, and more. Proud parent Tim Broswell says over the years he's seen the changes of football as a sport in the CNMI.
I've seen it evolve from really nothing to this incredible program that provides opportunities for training and competition, not only for the very small children, but even adults too are playing competitively. And the fact that they've got themselves organized into an organization that allows these kids and the adults to travel to these FIFA team member countries and compete is just a wonderful opportunity. And so I know all the parents are very, very happy to see this thing evolve, and hopefully it continues to grow.
Daughter of Tim, Ali Broswell, says their matches were against Australia and Singapore.
I think that it was very challenging, especially to go against Australia, but in the end it was a great learning experience for the team.
First time in Singapore, this is her thoughts of the smallest country in Southeast Asia.
It was honestly very amazing. It felt very futuristic there, and it was like very clean.
Assistant coach Ronel Canada says the girls played 3 games in Philippines to gear up mentally and physically for their then upcoming games.
So before we went to Singapore, we had to go through Manila because we had a training camp. We stayed there for about a week in Tuloy Foundation.
Canada shares that the girls played with a lot of heart up against tough opponents. The score against Australia was 22-0 and 11-0 against Singapore.
So this is one thing we always tell the girls that Saipan football is a lot different than international football, because now after these couple of games, the girls, the game has opened up in their eyes, and it seems like they're a little more fired up, a little more willing to do what they want to do in the sport, to learn and improve. And I'm hoping they bring this experience back home to Saipan, whether it is playing for club, for the national team, or whatnot.
NMI football has opened the international playing field for the youth.
Being able to go abroad for soccer is a very great opportunity, and if you have the chance, just take it.
Although the local football program is big on youth sports, it also extends opportunities for adults and even a master's division. Broswell shares that his wife has been a part of it for several years.
And her teammates, many of her teammates are from the country of Thailand. And when they were growing up, they didn't even have the opportunity to play soccer. It was kind of a male-dominated sport. There weren't that many pitches and equipment available. But now, as they moved here and they've taken and participated in the adult program here, they're able to have that opportunity as well. And they really love it. And they're also very grateful for the very spirited competitions that they have. So it's many manifold, the program here, many benefits to Saipan, the CNMI.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight will be partly cloudy with only a 20% chance of continuing our day of isolated showers, with low temperatures of around 78 degrees. Tomorrow, Thursday, will also have only a 20% chance of those isolated raindrops, with high temperatures of around 88 degrees and lows of around 78 in the evening hours. The sun has set early at 5:53 p.m. and will rise at 6:10 a.m. early for me, but just in time for the new tree sprouts on Beach Road to catch the morning dew, to stretch their skinny limbs, and to greet the brand new day. And I will see you in the water or on the land.
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, CNMI.
We'll see you again on Friday.